What if I told you everything you've heard about don't eat after 8 p.m. might not be the full truth, and in some cases, it might be completely misleading you? Because millions of people do the same thing every night. They close the kitchen at 8 p.m. They go to bed hungry. They feel disciplined. They believe they are doing everything right, and yet they still don't lose weight. And that raises a very important question. If stopping food after 8 p.m. really works, then why are so many people still overweight? And if it doesn't work, why does everyone still believe it? Today, you're going to discover the real science behind late night eating, what actually happens in your body after 8 p.m., and the truth that most diet advice completely ignores. And trust me, by the end of this video, you may never look at night eating the same way again. Let's start from the beginning. The don't eat after 8 p.m. rule didn't come from strong scientific evidence. It came from simple observation. People noticed that those who eat late at night often tend to gain weight. So the conclusion became, don't eat after 8 p.m. Simple, easy to remember, but incomplete, because correlation is not causation. People who eat late at night usually also eat more total calories, snack on processed foods, sleep late, have irregular routines, eat emotionally while watching TV. So the real issue is not the clock, it's the lifestyle attached to that time. Now let's go deeper. Your body does not have a magical switch at 8 p.m. It doesn't suddenly stop processing food. Even at night, your body is still burning calories. Your heart is still beating. Your brain is still active. Your organs are still working. You are still alive and still using energy. So food does not become fat just because it's nighttime. That is not how biology works. But something does change at night. At night, your metabolism becomes slightly less active. Insulin sensitivity can decrease. Sleep hormones increase. And your body shifts toward recovery mode. But this does not mean fat gain automatically happens. It only means your body prefers a different environment for digestion. Now here is the real truth. Weight loss is still controlled by one major factor: total energy balance. Not time, not rules, not magic cutoff hours. If you eat 1,800 calories at 3 p.m. or 1,800 calories spread across the whole day, the outcome is still based on your total intake versus your burn, not the clock. So why does night eating get blamed so much? Because night is when people lose control. At night, willpower is lower, stress is higher, fatigue is stronger, and cravings increase. So instead of a small controlled meal, people end up eating snacks, biscuits, chips, chocolate, leftovers, and just a little more turns into extra calories. And that is what leads to weight gain, not the time, the behavior. At night, your brain also changes state. During the day, your self-control is stronger, your decisions are sharper, your awareness is higher. But at night, your brain shifts into reward mode. It starts seeking comfort. Dopamine-driven cravings increase. Emotional eating becomes stronger. And suddenly you feel like, I deserve something right now. And that is why even healthy eaters struggle at night. Not because of hunger, but because of brain chemistry. Now let's clear another myth. Your metabolism slows down at night, so food turns into fat. That sounds convincing, but it is not accurate. Yes, your body is slightly less active at night, but your metabolism does not shut down. Even during sleep, you are burning calories. Your body is repairing itself, regulating hormones, and supporting vital functions. So food does not suddenly become fat at night. That idea is oversimplified. However, what does matter is sleep, because poor sleep changes everything. When you sleep late or poorly, hunger hormones increase, stress hormone cortisol increases, fat burning efficiency decreases, and cravings become stronger the next day. So people who eat late at night often don't just eat more at night, they also eat more the next day, and that creates a cycle. Now let's talk about something deeper. Your body doesn't just respond to food, it responds to hormones. And one of the most important is cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone, and when it rises, your body shifts into survival mode. It starts storing fat more easily, especially around the belly. and it increases cravings for energy-dense foods. Even healthy foods like nuts, oats, and smoothies get overconsumed, not because they are bad, but because your body is stressed. Another key hormone is insulin. Every time you eat carbs, insulin rises, and when insulin is high, fat burning stops. Now think about a typical healthy diet. Oats, fruits, brown rice, smoothies, honey, dates. These are all still insulin-triggering foods. So if you are eating them frequently throughout the day, your body may stay in storage mode most of the time, not fat-burning mode. And there is another big mistake: constant eating. Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, even healthy snacks in between. But every time you eat, you reset fat burning, because your body shifts into storage mode again. So if you are always eating, you are always preventing fat burning from fully starting, even with clean food. Now here's something most people ignore: sleep. Sleep is not just rest, it is hormone regulation. When you sleep poorly, your body increases hunger, reduces fat burning, and increases cravings. So even if you eat healthy, poor sleep alone can block fat loss progress. Now let's bring everything together. Even if you eat clean food, even if you avoid junk food, even if you try your best, you can still fail at fat loss if you are eating too often. You are consuming more calories than you realize. Your stress is high, your sleep is poor, and your hormones are out of balance. Because clean food does not automatically mean fat loss. So what actually works? Fat loss happens when your body enters a rhythm where insulin drops between meals, digestion is completed, stress is controlled, sleep is stable, and your body is allowed to burn stored energy again. That is when fat burning activates naturally, not through restriction, but through balance. Now here is the key transformation. Instead of focusing on "don't eat after 8 p.m., focus on building structure. Eat structured meals. Avoid constant snacking. Give your body digestion gaps. Sleep properly. Reduce emotional eating. And control total calories without obsession. Because your body responds to patterns, not rules. Some people still eat at night and stay lean. Why? Because they control total calories. They manage their sleep. They don't overeat emotionally. And they maintain balance throughout the day. So night eating is not the problem. Lack of control is. So let's finally answer the question: should you stop eating after 8 p.m.? The truth is, it depends. If night eating causes overeating, poor sleep, and cravings, then yes, it becomes a problem. But if your intake is controlled and your lifestyle is balanced, then timing alone does not determine fat gain. So the real question is not, what time should I stop eating? The real question is, am I building a lifestyle that supports fat loss or blocks it? Because once your body is in balance, you don't need extreme rules anymore. Fat loss becomes natural. And that is the truth most people never hear. It's not about fear. It's not about strict timing. It's not about cutting food after a specific hour. It's about understanding your body and working with it instead of against it.